most ethical light and love crew. It is now Fun Friday. Happy Friday. I can finally say it now that I'm clocked out. I endured the whole day. You want to know what it also included? Oh my god, you do, don't you? You do. And by the way, I just reviewed the 13 and a half whatever minute video that I had during my trials, and it definitely was way worse than what it actually looked like. So only those that like are gifted within energetics would clearly see that. But you know, I'm not worried about having to prove myself to people. I just letting you know. So I tried to do a reading during my lunch period, but it cut me off because I was so upset about it. I was, well, maybe it was just not the best look for me. So let me tell you, now that things have calmed down a bit, what happened. So I showed up. There were some interruptions. Then about midday, I was told to pick up something for somebody's birthday again, even though I did something in the morning, which was weird because we already had this discussion that we were just going to do a card for people's birthdays, which is fine. It's totally fine. However, I don't know what got mixed up in all the shuffle here. But I guess the shuffle happened between people's birthdays and my outing, okay? And so I did that, got it all prepped, but they're like, wait, hold up. Let's have a discussion here, okay? It's a private discussion, just you and, meaning me, and the two VPs. They cornered me again. And this time, this could actually get them in really big trouble because I think this is actually a legal issue where I can report it. And not just report it to HR, but I could press like charges on them. This is totally insane. I didn't have to come in today because I still wasn't feeling well, but I felt at least 60% operational and things needed to get done. So I just decided, let's take a gamble. Maybe I can be more than 60% done. Functional. So anyway, I was cornered for about 50 minutes having a talk about my attendance. And I was like, wait a second here. And they just started like talking at me, and presenting these things like they were facts, but they were like, you don't, and I couldn't, I was, it was so weird because it was like an unprepared type of thing. It was just like, when somebody like sneaks up on you. And so, how did they do this? At first, there was no room for me to talk, okay? And it's not one of those things where, like, it's like, Archangel Michael, please help me through this, like, the calm, you know? Archangel Raphael, help me through that. Thank you. It wasn't the prestige, the presentation of respect your elders. It wasn't about like be professional because number one, as leaders, you have to set that tone. You have to give people some due respect. And way back when it fit their agenda, I was exceeding expectations. I know fucking well I was exceeding expectations. But they changed the story. They changed the story this time. When she got really pissed off, she said, as so-and-so said, you did, you're doing, or was it, I don't know, she adjusted, but it was at maximum meeting expectations. And no fucking way, she told me that she like, I blew her mind away when we had our East Coast visitors, our home office, with our official rep. So like, you're gonna twist things around. Anyway, let's get back on the books here. So they said my attendance has been an issue, and I said, wait, out of the 4+ months that I've been here, in the last discussion that we had, because there's some like mix up here, okay? Number one, should I lay out all of the facts here? Because I don't want to just rant on this, but it was this can really present a legal issue. Number one, you made me quit my other job in order to be considered for this. That was the go ahead, that you would annihilate the probationary period and have me quit my other job, even though it was part-time, you know, so it wouldn't impact this one, in order to get this job on salary while still honoring other perks. That's what it said in writing. And you told me that there was going to be a work-life balance. Knowing you had to pry into my situation, that was the only way that I could get this job, was that I was 100% visible about my situation. I didn't want to divulge my personal life, but they wanted that so bad. I told you, like, what, 3-4 hour interviews? Are you fucking kidding me? So anyway, that's fine. People want to get to know each other, that's fine. But to pry into somebody else's life and then use it against them, and then create somewhat of like this perception of a safe environment, and that on salary, you should have the flexibility. And I know that out of the, 9 other secretaries that they've had, I'm fucking solid. Fucking kidding me? I did the math. I did the statistics. Out of the 10 years, 9 to 10 years that you've had, I'm the 10th one. That's got to say something. That's got to say something about how that role is managed. What allowances there are and what kind of red tape there is. And so, I was told that, and I said, what are you talking about? I've improved. Like, now that there's some understanding now, because there's been, overtime, and I didn't understand, like, why I'm not being paid for overtime. And so, like, if I come in 10 minutes later or the next day or whatever, that it's a penalty. So there was some learning there. The time management, like, bottom line, they're not going to pay for overtime, okay? They don't give a fuck what's on that contract, okay? That was just like some kind of like something to make it sound pretty so that I was getting more, but it's not, okay? So once I started being more solid with my time and texting them when I had to do work errands for them, so I would only do it on work time, that's why I would be coming in late. But other than that, and they said, no, you're fine. Your performance on that is fine, whatever. And I said, so what are you talking about then? What is your reference point? Because I legitimately got these other 2 days off, this day and a half. That was something that wasn't like, hey, I'm going to go on vacation. Hey, I'm going to do this. No. That was other business that needed to be handled. So that I could gain my sanity and like separate the two worlds and do that, because I'm owed that time. And do you know how hard it was to get that time off? Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of, like, the walls that are built, the obstacles that are built just because, like, some toddler person that has a title just stomping her feet. Anyway, it was because yesterday, something that was beyond my control, and I am pretty damned sure that she was involved in those energetic works. There's like, it was so planned. There are goals set. Like, I had specific agenda in mind to accomplish this, and this, and this. So it was a setback, not for just them, I wouldn't even call it a setback for them, because they would have found it acceptable by any other receptionists that they've had. But for me, I found that, like, it was a setback for me. You think I wanted to take off yesterday? No fucking way. That was also a question as to whether or not that was valid or not. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. So, I don't know. Like, there was a girl who had COVID in our little classroom area. Did they? What the fuck are you? I took one day off because I was bedridden. I did not eat anything for about 24 hours. I could not hold my head up. So anyway, they were bitching about the things that had to be handled. And I was like, this is a perfect time to conversate on your communications within the office. For you to throw a hissy fit about me communicating some vendor that's going to come in, like any visitors, any externals that come in, I'm going to inform your assistant VP. Okay, that's a fucking no-brainer, because if something should happen, like, I know business continuity or whatever, like preparedness, okay? It's, if you didn't throw a hissy fit on that last portion of me informing your AVP about a visitor coming in, you wouldn't, and me calling in sick, you wouldn't have to be dealing with like all of those nitty-gritty things. The fact is that both of you were out. Your big boy, your adult boy with the title literally on there, should be able to handle that stuff. And he knows it. I don't know why it would be such a problem to inform him of the ongoings of externals coming into the office, should something happen. And so what happened? They said, don't assume. And I said, wait a minute, isn't it common logic? It's right. I'm not assuming anybody's role here, but I'm assuming responsibility, assistant VP. It's right in the title. He's assisting you. So you didn't have to interrupt your meeting. You didn't have to go back. You didn't have to drive all the way to the office to handle some menial matters. No. They tried to put that on my shoulders. And by the way, I said, I don't see what the problem here is, because I have not exceeded the amount of sick days. I rarely ever get sick. I did not anticipate getting sick because I didn't travel. I didn't go out. I didn't do anything. I didn't meet any people. So what is the problem here? And they said, oh, well, the average amount of time that you're off exceeds the amount of everybody else in the office. And I was like, wait a minute, you're basing this off of people who come in 2 days a week? Or what's going on here? Like, what time frame are you basing it out of? Like, if you're because they were saying that these are facts. These are facts. And I said, okay, if you're presenting them as facts, statistics, all of that, then I want to see everybody's attendance record. I want you to lay out the facts, okay, the data. It's not wrong for me to look at the data if you're presenting them as facts. Like, they play around with numbers all day, okay? So let me understand this. If I have not exceeded the amount of sick days, and they're saying, oh, no, okay, where do I even start on this? So when you're looking at the statistics and you refuse to show me the numbers unless you straight up fire me, go through the time and straight up fire me, then why is it? Okay, so then what time frame are you looking at? Are you looking at when the girl left for maternity leave after that? But that's still, like, I was already 3 months in before she had left. So, like, how could you, like, count that out, you know? Or was it when, are you also counting the person that had COVID and left for a week and then also for a whole week decided to, like, you know, be working from home? Like, what? If you were so concerned, like if there's some issue with like health concerns or whatever, then why didn't you handle it the way it showed in the company policy book? Why did you not like handle it that way? If it's a health concern that you gave that leniency to. It was so interesting how that was laid out. So I said, okay, so you don't want to show me the numbers. You're laying these out as facts. You're saying that you want to go ahead and monitor me from now on, from month to month, because my attendance is an issue. And they kept saying, like, you know, that, oh my gosh, it was a 50-minute conversation. Actually, most of it was talking at me. So I didn't, by legal terms, I did not exceed the amount of time that was allowed to me. So in order for me to improve, if you're going to monitor me, okay, you're not going to show me any numbers, you're just going to say, hey, it doesn't work for this role. Like, how, if you want me to improve on my attendance, like, and I'm not supposed to come in sick, right, no, I'm trying to shorthand it, okay? But how did it go? So I said, okay, so I'm supposed to come in sick. Like, that's the only way that I can conceive of this, like, on unplanned days where, like, I am sick. You want me to come into the office. It doesn't matter how much I get done. It doesn't matter, like, how many times I throw up or have to lay my head on the table because, like, I can't hold my head up. That's what you want. That's how to improve. And then she said, no, we're not saying that. If you're sick, then you should not come into the office. And I said, yes, understood. So then he should not be in the office because he's been sick for over 2 weeks. I didn't say that part, but like, it's known. He's been sick. He's been sick. That stuff can be pretty contagious. So I didn't go there. I didn't. So then, okay, so then you can take your vacation, you can take your time off, and you can take, your sick days off. But what we're telling you is that it doesn't fit for this role. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in the office for more time than the majority of your people here. And how does that make sense? You know, that all of a sudden you decided that it's just not going to work on the time. So it's just, I don't even know what to say. So I said, okay, what you're telling me is you don't care about whether or not there's a legitimacy of whether I'm sick or not, or whether you've approved the time or not. Like, by legal terms, what I'm able to take, what's viable for the company, you're not accepting within this position. So how does that make sense? Like, I cannot control when I get sick, because it wasn't like the sniffles, or I didn't have a flu bug. That was like a group attack, a group psychic attack, because I have never received so much hate from any other grouping except them. So, and it's all the females there. So, so they said, we're going to give you this choice, okay? We're not going to fire you right here. Yay. You know, we're not going to fire you right here. What we're going to do is we're going to monitor you month to month and see if there's any improvement, okay? And if not, we're going to give you the choice. We can make this role part-time, or you know, so it's not what do you call it? So it's not like a time issue for me, an attendance issue for me anymore, that I can get my life together. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so crazy. But I think there's some legal issue there. Absolutely. Because they can't just decide all of a sudden, or, you know, I guess it's at will, but they need to record something legit as far as what kind of issues there will arise. And because she's going to monitor from month to month, I expect that there is going to be plans for more energetic workings to cause that, so that I will not be able to come into work. I expect that that's going to happen in order to urge me out. But the thing is that if I'm not exceeding that amount of time, I will be pressing charges. I will be reporting to HR. I will be talking to the president of the company. I will be sending some large-ass emails. I will be sending audio clips. I will be doing whatever I can to convey that this is unethical. And, you know, maybe I don't really need to go that far. But I should not be treated that way. There are fucking goals here that need to be taken, like, done. You know what I mean? That bitch just wasted approximately an hour, because I'm sure that there were some preparatory talks and post talks after that, approximately an hour to an hour and a half of 2 VPs times, and then about an hour from myself. Do you know how interesting that is? That's just one particular issue, just because somebody, I don't know, somebody doesn't like themselves that much. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, Knight of Cups appears. And what do you want to say about that? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know. Maybe they'll do away with me. I don't know. I just know that if they do, let me just get this microphone ready. If they do away with me, not just them two are going to feel it, but the whole company. The whole company is going to feel it. Because I've communicated enough. And if that shit isn't handled, dude, there's a serious problem. There is one big serious problem. And there is a consequence to that. That's what I felt on the way home. And I don't know if I'm going to get fired or not. But I know that whatever happens, I'm going to be led to a better position. Like, I just know it. Something more abundant. It's always been that way. It's always been that way. And it's been that way, I believe, because I haven't taken advantage of the system. Like some do. Like many do. But I don't do that. And I don't... yeah, it's just crazy. So, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So, what's going on here? We got the Page of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So, I have somebody, like a witness to this. Somebody that's, calling witness to this. But I don't understand this thing with the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like... So somebody's bearing witness to this. Nine of Pentacles in reverse usually means, okay, so upright, it's independence. In reversal, standardized form, it means, excuse me, what do you call it? Codependence. But I don't feel codependent. The variation of that is interdependence. So I think with the Knight of Cups, because that's like the romantic version, you know, somebody that finds somebody else favorable or admirable, there's some kind of like interdependent work here. Like there's something that's connected. Yeah. There's something that's connected. So, but there's somebody that is bearing witness. If that's not me, then it's somebody that is on the front line with me. So what fell on the inside of my feet, and then this fell on the left side, the outer part of my foot. It's 7 of Wands, extroverted. Okay, so inbox holding higher ground. Okay, so then we got 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords, Judgment in reverse. It split on Judgment in reverse, King of Pentacles, and the Magician. Okay, so it wanted to show itself as split. So we got 3 and 3 here. Maybe I do need to line them up. I'm not 100% sure, but let me see what it... Okay, give me a second. So we've got some strong cards here, like that are like in my private inbox. But they see that I'm good at what I do. There's an emphasis on that, to the point of something about just an emphasis. That's heartbreak. Okay. Towards the very end, I'd like to say that even though like at the very beginning, like my chest was bumping, like I was pretty riled up because they were just coming at me to the point where, because this was right before our birthday celebration and all these other things, like it was so disrespectful the way they came at me. It was like, you know, the thing is that if it's an attendance issue that affects the overall like presentation of the group, let me point it out to you that this girl, this little bitch, let me tell you, and I all due respect, I can say that for sure, for her coming at me like that, was that when we had our official reps and our CEO come in from our home office, our from the East Coast, yeah, they were visiting for, I don't know, maybe 3 days or so. I'm just trying to recollect this. So three days approximately. But there were activities throughout the day. And she came in late. So severely late to the majority of them. Do you know how disrespectful that is to people's time that are in high positions, that are superior to her own? Do you realize what kind of how that looks? So to come at me with attendance and how it's not fit for the role, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I was thinking that on my way home, like, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? It just dawned on me, like, oh my gosh. She tried to give me some bullshit example about somebody having to like step into my shoes to fulfill my role while I was out during my planned time. And that was all due to a miscommunication on the upper level. Are you kidding me? And it wasn't predominantly that. It was just to, like, cater to her bullshit. Like, you were the last person that was supposed to sign the card. I left it on your desk. And when I had realized that you were not coming in, and after being told not to bother you, you were obviously traveling. So I was told to not bother you while you were traveling. I communicated to the person that that would be able to communicate with you. So it doesn't take very long to transcribe your message on a birthday card. It takes, what, 5 minutes? Maximum 10? Like, isn't that considered like team play around your neighborhood? Or is it only when you see fit? You kidding me? You're gonna come at me like with how far are you away from work? 10 minutes or less? Interesting. That's so interesting. And what are you doing if you're out traveling? Like, how are you supposed to, like, if people are not supposed to be all up in your business, then, like, it's just like, I don't understand. Like, the whole realm over there is an oxymoron just because of her. I don't understand it. Like, I try so hard. And I don't know. I'm trying to look at this like a comic strip, like, oh my gosh, so that I don't have to swear so much, and that, you know, I can just be like your girl next door. And but you know, I'm human, but I'm also like a natural auditor, so I know when people are fucking around with me. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at what the cards say. So anyway, you know, so Goddess Kali, I was told to protect my crown chakra, but hi, thank you. Goddess Kali told me to wear my skull again. So she told me that if anybody tries to fuck with me, she'll see it through the eyes of the skull. I mean, I don't think she needs like direct stuff like that, but it was kind of like Goddess Kali giving me like a teddy bear, you know, like that was my talisman teddy bear, for her to, you know, take control. And so there's nothing like, you know, karma coming through here. It's about due. So 8 of Pentacles. That's mastery. Okay. Something's gonna come through, but I don't know what. So a boss sees my work initiative here, but there's something that's happening behind the scenes, and somebody is definitely going to be held accountable for all of the bullshit that they're creating, that they've gotten good at creating. So I don't know what else to say here. This is kind of, there's something. So the best thing for me to do is to find comedy in this. Like that person. Thank you for my jacket is cozy. So the best thing for me to do is kind of like, hey, you remember, etc., etc. I forgot about that part, etc., etc. Or the long version of not applicable. But it reminds me of that person that was like, oh, what is it? When somebody was like trying to troll me, and they said something like, it was to the tone of, ha ha ha, I laugh in the face of danger, or like, I would be so surprised because he's such a dork, you know, that he would be cheating on me, you know, and, you know, when people say that stuff with people who they're with, you gotta wonder, like, are you worthy of a person that is, you know, is committed to you, and you're talking like that about them? You know, like, I don't, it might be funny for like a second, I don't know, to some, but it's, I would have to say it's kind of divinely insulting. So, you know, when somebody challenges me like this, the best thing, you want to, why do you want to see the jacket fully zipped up? So I think the interesting thing here is that, they don't really have a legs to stand on. That was complete bullshit. I should not get upset about that stuff. I think I was just really upset with the disrespect that was involved. The communal, hierarchal disrespect, after how much I've devoted. I know that I've only been there for a little over 4 months, but how invested I was, how much I've accomplished, none of the 9 other secretaries have thought about the things that I've really, you know, engaged with. They did not pick up as quickly as I did. And even with all the stressors, all the obstacles that were deliberately put in my way to delay me, I'm a fucking miracle, let me tell you. Okay. So you're gonna get this, Melissa? This jacket? It is quite cute, let me tell you. I don't know, I got it on fucking eBay, you know? But it does this thing with the zipper pockets. And it has you know, it's actually, I would say, a biking jacket. There's a bunch of brands that have it. But yeah, so there's that. Okay. What does Archangel Michael want to say? Where did I put it? Up there. So, I shouldn't be worried about this stuff. Like, you know, if I know that I have true backing here. And I was just shocked. I was appalled at what kind of bullshit mechanics they had going. Because I have my points, and they're legally strong. So if they do fire me, it will be on unjust grounds. Absolutely. Absolutely. So the more that they try to do energetic workings against me so that I fall ill to possibly exceed the amount of sick time or whatever time that I have allowed, do you know how much how much karma is compounded? They will never be able to come out of it. This is to the point where it would flow over to the next lifetime, if they should be so lucky as to have another one. Okay, Archangel Michael, so what's gonna happen? Let's get this part first. 7 of Swords in reverse, the World card, 10 of Wands in reverse, and the Sun card in reverse. So something's like already ablazing. Something's, oh, yep, I've triggered it. So there's no bullshit. This is the one that was closest to me. Things are gonna be things are ending for sure. Burned. Oh, this is the biggest burn, they said. It's the truth. Okay, what fell on my left toes? 5 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Wands, the Tower in reverse, and 6 of Swords in reverse. So there's something, okay, so something's burned, okay. And then, so there's no ego play here. It's things have been communicated. Like, when we drop all the fluff of like the drama here and there and this and that, and did you know what, like, and then he did this and then she did that and then this is what happened. Like, when you take all those dramatics away, you just look at the communication. You look at like what truly happened, and something's already like tumbled. Something's already done. Something's already done. I don't know what, but something's already done. Kaput. So just stay calm in this. This is supposed to be the calm. And I think that's probably why she's freaking out. So what lay before me is the Ace of Pentacles, extroverted, Page of Cups, extroverted, and the Hierophant, extroverted. See, it's my boo. But yeah, I mean, this is the golden ticket. This is what is it? Go get out of jail, go something, collect 200 kind of thing. Page of Cups, accentuate. Now I have to tell you, okay, because it's important for me to speak this out. But this is somebody that lays the law. Whoever this is like some kind of official. And this is in different realms, I feel like that. But there's like I don't know why it's like that. I think I have people from like page to like on the minor arcana and the major arcana really looking out for me. I really feel like that. Like there's a lot of great things coming, and to let somebody to like kind of trying to mess that up, you know, it's ridiculous. 7 of Pentacles on the bottom, and 6 of Cups in reverse. They wanted me to get the other card, King of Swords. Okay. I don't know. This person should not have a high position. There's no reason for her to do that. All that she keeps doing is wasting money. Like, did I tell you that what she wanted to do? There was some like hissy fit, okay, about a monitor for a new person to work remotely, and they've been going back and forth or whatever, and then she said, okay, no, don't worry about it. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to try to convince this other person, her boss, to buy me one. And then you can have my old one. And then this was after getting a new laptop, new iPad, new keyboard with matching mouse, new phone. Okay, so she's just trying to have the company kind of invest like X amount of money on her and go on these trips or whatever, spend that much money, because that means like physically that they are invested in her. So it's not just to gain leverage, like I have this, I have that, whatever. Like that only lasts for so long. But there's like a plan in it where they what they like to do is people in those positions like to spend X amount of money because it's, how do I say it? They also want to test the threshold and the approval process of who's going to buy into her. But that's so juvenile, because it's like people can easily take that away from you. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't mean that they buy into whatever you're going to say. It doesn't mean that they agree with whatever you're doing. It doesn't mean that that's your true buying power. Sometimes what they're doing is just placating you? What is it? How do you say it? Is that the right term for it? Pacifying you. Here's your fucking pacifier, your digital pacifier, okay? And so maybe you can just like frolic off and do your own thing. And so it's like, I don't know. So they do that, right? And I found out that I was like, okay, well, I'm an admin. I noticed that there's an extra screen in this inventory area, or in this room. I should say something about it rather than having the question be raised over and over, and you don't have to come up with a scheme or whatever, because your screen is perfectly good. Like, what the fuck? I'm looking out for the company. And so anyway, she got really pissed that I conveyed that. And then after she had left, I told her boss had asked, and I said, yeah, I was just conveying what we had for material. I don't really know why it was such a problem, but I was not allowed to convey like whatever their plans were. I had to keep that discreet. So anyway, now that we know that we have not only one monitor, but possibly 4 others, I don't know what's going to happen. So I don't know if she's going to get a new monitor or not, but we'll see. We'll see. Because, like, I already, that is some crazy ass shit that they are nitpicking on me while all this other stuff is going on. And I haven't even told you all of it. So, you know, if they want to play hardball with like dumb, like with a dumb premise, like I don't see where they're going here, because they have a lot more to lose from doing away with me and causing confusion and mishaps with me. Oh, the thing that I did want to say that I had to speak out into existence is that I found out that my son also is having the same symptoms, and he's never had them before until I started working here. So that tells me that these people here, mainly her, are energetically pulling from not just me, but my family. She's going to pay. She's going to pay for that. Each and every one of them that have taken part in all of that. I refuse to protect them. I refuse. Am I okay in saying that, Spirit? Because, like, I'm supposed to, like, you have to draw the line somewhere, but at the same time, that's uncalled for. So, what do you want to say about that, Archangel Michael? You just want me to be patient and just, patient with who I don't get along with, or somebody is coming along. Oh, Ace of Cups. Okay, and then what's on the top now? 7 of Cups. Okay. King of Wands inverted, and the Moon card extroverted. Oh, wait, there's another one here. Oh, dear. Knight of Pentacles extroverted, too. What is that? Okay. I don't know. This is weird. Something about grave digging, like somebody's digging their own grave. Oh my gosh, for real. Look at that. Somebody's digging their own grave. This is a manifestation card, full moon. They're digging their own grave. Okay. Okay. And something about King of Wands inverted, like there's a high level of attraction towards me, but I think this is like a magician. I really feel like it, because it's like somebody is watching what's happening, and they're like, there's something about they're helping, because this is a witch too. They're digging, not only are they digging their own grave, but somebody that likes me, I don't know, is attracted towards me, so for some reason, is helping dig a bigger grave for them. I think that's what it is, because like the bottom is now the Ace of Cups and the top of the deck is Seven of Cups. Yeah, it's like get the fuck out of here. Yeah, Eight of Cups. Total. But it's supposed to be more comedic, like, get out of here. No, you get out of here. So it's supposed to be kind of with a smile. Okay. That's weird. But I'm never wrong. So I think that I'm pretty sure that's correct. I do have a lot of support here, so I should not get so frustrated. Oh my gosh, on my day on. All right, so what is your takeaway? The Empress in reverse. What is that? Well, is there some bullshitter here? Because, like, why would I be talking about this and somebody asking me about my jacket? You know, only to, like, distract me, right? That doesn't, like, this person is probably not even a subscriber. I don't, like, they just want to know about my jacket. And my jacket really isn't that cute, honestly. It's just, like, a way to distract. Let me just find out what's going on here. The Queen of Wands, okay. Lovers in reverse. So there are some practitioners here, but they're not like at that regal status because they have some imbalances of their own. Okay. That's true. That's true. Anybody that would do that would know exactly what I'm trying to get at and try to like fuck around because they're bored. All right, there's that. What is my takeaway? You could always correct me, Archangel Michael. It's okay. King of Swords. No, I'm 100% correct. I'm so correct about that. What? Hi. All right. So let's get one more. Here. What is that? Four of Swords in reverse. Because I'm healed. I get it. I understand it. I know it. And then I want to get one more. That's crazy. Six of Wands in reverse. Pending victory. No worries here. No worries here. We're done. So now that this reading is officially over, I thank all my sponsors, all my supporters, all donations provided in light and love. And now that this reading is officially over, upon closing the portals in this reading, whether you have been here for a millisecond, a second, a whole hour, whatever the fuck, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollout in light and love. I close the portals in these readings now.